Alrighty, we're back here for the third and final match of the day on Versus Live as we explore the duo standard, kind of a newish take on the best of one format, where we take two decks that are just 60 cards, and we randomize the first one, and then we play the other one in the second game, and then if we need a game 3, we get to choose which deck we want to bring to the table.
So far, haven't really needed that third game.
Haven't really needed it. We played it anyway, for funsies. Well, it was funsies for me.
I haven't won a lot of games today.
Won one game. Well, you got one.
But
played 8.
We got one more match to play. 3 more games to play.
At least. Now, if this is best of one, and some of these decks do win very quickly or lose pretty quickly. So if we have time, we're just going to probably jam a smattering of games against each other just to give you some more content. We know that you desire content, and we will give it.
So we are going to pair what Todd played in match 2, which is Esper and Gruul, versus what I played in match 1, which was Mono Red and Jeskai. We have chosen our decks for game 1. We will randomly determine who goes first.
Yeah, of course, we have shown Director Kyle what we are playing under the table he saw, so he has those posted up for you, as well as the deck list on Cardboard Live Extension. So if you're curious about the list themselves, if you haven't seen them yet, make sure to click that and take a peek before you get started. But let's roll some dice. I'll call odd this time. It's even. Rats. Always choose even. Even when you lose, should have chose even. All right, so you get to be on the play. Alrighty. Well, not loving it.
Back in the well.
So, I want to keep this hand because we're on the draw. We have a thing. But if we just don't draw well, we could just get smooshed. I'm going to keep it. I got faith. Plus, if I lose, it's no real sweat off my back. I already got the marbles, so, you know.
Playing with house money at this point.
Oh, yeah. I always go back to even when I'm playing with house money.
Get a little bit loose.
Oh, yeah. Might jam like a parlay bet or two on a hard 6. All right, how's your 6-card hand? Is it keepable?
It is.
All right, let's go. Now, for the people home, what are you playing? So now you can talk about the hand because I've already capped. I'll talk about my hand a little bit.
I am on mono red for game 1.
Right.
My hand has, a bunch of stuff to do early. Not sure if I want this land. I don't think I do. So let's send that one to the bottom.
If I draw a white source, you are in a lot of trouble. But if I don't draw a white source, I am in a lot of trouble.
You're 19.
That's kind of the downside to playing the control decks. You need more mana to function. Your turn.
I will play a Steamkin and attack for 1.
18.
You can go.
Your turn.
Play a Firebrand, get a counter.
Yep.
Attack for 3.
I will cast down the Steamkin.
Take 1.
Now, why did you not attack with this?
This has haste.
Okay.
My bad.
I thought you were maybe trying to play around like Moment of Craving but yeah.
Nope.
16.
Yeah. You're at 16. You can go.
Your turn.
End step, shock you.
14.
Attack for 2.
12.
You can go.
Now, in a turn, I wanted to save hold the absorb up. Now I'm just going to use my mana efficiently, kill one of these to protect my life total. That's fine. I'm at 9.
You can go.
Play this tapped, say go.
Attack for 1.
8.
You can go.
I'll cast down. Anything?
Nope.
Draw for turn. Go. I'm going to absorb just to gain the life. We aren't going to get a whole lot out of it.
You're at 11.
Wait, so. Your turn. Yeah, same thing. I'm at 14. This kind of undoes just like all of Ross's early development. And now with my hand set up, I'm going to Chemistry try to draw land. Say go. We missed, but it's fine. I'm at 13.
You can go.
Draw for turn. Just going to play this tapped. I'm going to go ahead and Vraska's Contempt this. I'm going to go to 15. Your turn.
Step shock you.
13.
Chain roller.
Yeah.
12. You can go.
Let's go tapped. Put this on top. If he kills my Teferi, I have plenty of things to do over the next few turns. I'm pretty flush. I just want to protect my life total while also giving myself protection from everything else.
You can go.
Let's go search. Go. Frenzy resolves, and then you've already played a land, so I'll mortify. Trigger, graveyard, transform, draw for turn. Here we go. So I'll activate first. Just take the mortify, and so I'll absorb it.
15.
Yep. Feel free to concede at any time. Here you go. I'm gonna activate in response. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take this, even though it doesn't do anything, and that resolves. I'm at 14.
Go.
Cast Chemisters. Draw 2. Untap. Draw for turn. I will gain 2 up to 16. Exile. Here we go. Sure. Go to
15.
15.
Go.
Activate. Take Teferi. Untap. Draw. Teferi, tick up, and mortify, and you're dead. Okay, yeah. Man, maybe Esper is just the best deck.
I don't know. I know I can never beat it with anything, but somehow everybody says like it's not good. You have to like have your answers line up every time, but every time I play against them, their answers line up because their answers are things that kill everything.
Yeah. Yeah, absorb counters anything. Cast Down kills anything except Legends. Not a whole lot of Legends going on. Alright, so the next game of this duo standard match is going to be my Gruul deck, and you are going to be playing
Jeskai control.
Alright, but before we get to that, any comments, questions? Anything from the Twitch chat?
We've had several questions just asking about different decks, maybe their viability in the format. First, we talked about what happened to Is It?
What happened to Is It? So the Drake's version, I think, just kind of got supplanted by Mono Blue. They were both like dive down spell pierce decks, and the Mono Blue deck was just a little more consistent. And I think that it, really just shows like the fact that one stayed and the other one didn't. Like that one just became the dominant spell pierce dive down deck. Now, why? I can't really tell you other than perhaps just the Curious Obsession draws gave you nut draws that some decks just couldn't beat. And since the decks were so similar in functionality, that was basically the breaking point.
There are two reasons I think that the Mono Blue deck became significantly better than Is It. One is that when we add another set, the format speeds up a little bit, decks get more powerful, and so the low to the ground deck is going to be better, relatively. Mm-hmm. And two, the addition of Terramander, while helping both decks, since he's playing both, helped Mono Blue much more than it did Is It, because Mono Blue was missing a secondary big threat after Tempest Djinn, whereas Is It already had that in its Drakes.
It also just fills the role perfectly because it gives you the dual-sided nature of the one-drop threat that can carry a Curious Obsession, while also being the secondary Tempest Djinn as the game goes along.
So Terramander was a perfect addition to Mono Blue while being a fine addition to Is It. So another change to the format that, on the balance helped Mono Blue more.
All right, couple more.
The other deck I was going to ask about was actually Mono Blue.
Okay.
To see if it was still a good choice.
I mean, it's still a great choice. I actually played against it not me personally, but our teammate played against it quite a few times at the Team Open this past weekend, and it mangled him. So, I mean, I think the deck's still good and fine. I don't think the format has shifted dramatically by any means. And in a best-of-1 scenario, there's a chance that the mono blue deck, if built in a certain way, can just handle the swings of either side of the coin, whether you play against a really hyper-aggressive deck or a really slower controlling deck. And, I think that as the decks get lower to the ground, the white weenie decks can kind of go under the mono blue deck and really put a hurting on it. But, I like decks that can play well against both sides of the coin, and blue can definitely do that.
It can, but without a sideboard, it's pretty reliant on taking some of the post-sideboard games against the aggressive decks.
I mean,
you're behind in game 1 against them.
I think you could just construct a deck in a little bit differently. I think the card Surge Mare is just a fine main deckable card. And I think that is one of the reasons, out of the sideboard, that gives you a lot of breathing room against the aggressive decks as far as acting as a blocker. And it can just replace, probably Miss Cloaked Herald or something.
You could play some main deck Surge Mares. I can get behind that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very curious to see what people bring and how they build the decks that already exist, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to see. We're going to see lists of known archetypes that look very strange.
Yeah. All right, a couple more.
What about Bant Flash? Why hasn't the archetype taken off? Is it trying to do too many different things?
So the original version, was that Abe Corrigan that took second place at
Jonathan Hobbs.
Jonathan Hobbs took second place with it. Didn't even play the deck in the next tournament. Ended up, I believe, making the finals with Esper Control, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So when the person who originated the deck is not on it in a week or two after that, and still has a lot of success, you have to imagine that he stopped having success with his deck at some point in that testing process. Otherwise, he would have kept playing it. I personally think that Growth Chamber Guardian is not a good Magic card, and even though I'm playing it in the Gruul deck, I'm mostly just accepting the fact that other people think it is good. And the flash strategy that you can play Settle the Wreckage with Angel of Grace and all these Growth Chamber Guardians and things like that. It gives your deck versatility, and I think against weaker players, they're going to walk into your more powerful effects more often, and they're not going to really understand how to play around Angel of Grace and Settle the Wreckage at the same time, whereas a better player might be able to figure out the best route to victory through those two cards.
Also, in week 1 standard, your opponents aren't exactly clear what you're up to, so it's hard for them to even know exactly what they need to play around.
Yep.
And the way you punish decks like that are trying to gain advantage based on their versatility and based on having their mana up and reacting to you is to put them under a lot of pressure. And in week 1 standard, when the decks aren't as well tuned, people are going to stumble more, and they're not going to put you under as consistent pressure as they do 3 weeks later into the format. So I think that Bant Flash deck was a deck that was particularly well suited for a week 1 tournament relative to how good it would be later on, and it turns out it's just not that good.
Yeah, it was more of a Bant Flash in the pan.
That's a good pun.
All right. Well, you went first last game, right?
You're on the play.
So I'll be on the play with my Gruul aggro deck. Oh, we have no lands. Okay, well, I'm going to take a Molly.
None of my hands are playable.
That's not my fault. All right, anything else? Mr. Kyle West, Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider note, you don't want nada? None of this? Befronting this, something else. I don't know the rest. You know the rest.
I used to have the lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
Your wife printed them off.
Yeah.
Just laid them on my desk. So this is a real important question. Do you prefer crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
Smooth.
Someone asked that a month ago, and
it's very important.
Smooth.
It's smooth.
Apparently,
it's always smooth.
For our 10-minute break, they were just talking about Girl Scout cookies. So
okay.
Caramel Delights.
I think you might be the only person in history who said Caramel Delights were your favorite.
They're the second best selling cookie, right?
Yeah, because of boomers. Kids don't like that cookie. You know who likes that cookie? Old people who like caramel. Caramel's disgusting.
Caramel's just sugar and butter.
I'm just kidding. No, honestly, I'm joking, but I don't know if I've ever heard anyone say Caramel Delights was their favorite. I've heard my personal Samoa. I love the coconut chocolate.
Those are the same cookie.
What? No, I thought Caramel Delights were like chocolate with caramel.
No.
Okay, well then say Samoas because they're Samoas. Okay. That's why I've never heard anyone say that was their favorite cookie because they're Samoas.
There are two different bakeries that make cookies for the Girl Scouts, and they send them to different markets. And the two bakeries use different names for that cookie.
Okay.
Do you know why?
Why?
No.
I don't know.
He's asking us a question.
You just seem very knowledgeable. I just wanted to...
I don't know why.
I don't know.
I just know that they do.
Okay, well, we're on the same page, and somehow I was still mad at you. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, and you probably think it's my fault.
Kind of. I kind of do, honestly. All right, so I know you're playing Jeskai, so I'm going to keep this on top. My end is pretty good. Let's take one more question. All right, let's take one more. What's your second favorite Girl Scout cookie?
Of the ones that exist now, or of all time?
All time's fine.
The Juliet's.
What's in those?
It was a turtle cookie, so it was like caramel nuts.
I remember those. Wasn't there pretzel in there too?
I don't think so, but I believe they were only sold for 2 years in 97 and 98.
Those do sound pretty good, though.
And they were excellent, and I was very mad when they went away. The snaps were quite good. The ginger snap cookie.
Snaps? I never liked the ginger snaps.
One of the lemon ones they had very briefly was good.
I didn't want you to list every cookie that ever created, man. Come on.
Right. My mother did a lot of work for Girl Scout cookies when my sister was a Girl Scout, and then my friend's mother apparently did a lot of work for the region. So I learned a lot about Girl Scout cookies.
All right, I'm at 18. I'm going to shock and play Pelt Collector. I'm going to play some Magics.
I'm at 20 because I'm not going to shock. So now I'm at 18.
Yep.
So we got 18 all.
Your turn. Clarion's going to be pretty good here. Not a lot we can do about it. Just going to attack for 4.
14.
And I'm going to lose. Your turn.
Clarion, you can go.
All right, draw. Hope we don't get Clarion again. Here we go.
Go.
Go?
Yeah.
Go? Activate.
Sure.
I'm starting to feel bad for you. Honestly.
I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. Every hand I've drawn has been so bad. 8.
Go. All right. You got it. You got it, dude.
Go.
Maybe your Jeskai deck's not very good.
You know?
Attack.
4.
Play a Guardian and bump it up. Yeah.
Go.
All right, you're at 4. I'm going to Lightning Strike you and Chain Whirler you to death. I don't know, man. I didn't build the deck. Okay, so let's play Gruul versus Mono Red.
Sure.
We haven't done that one yet. Just go ahead and do that one. And roll to see who goes first.
I'll take odds.
It's even. I'll be on the play. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm over here just playing games.
Yeah.
I'm literally just pointing and clicking. I'm not even making tough decisions.
I'm aware.
Whenever people say like, how's your deck goldfish? You're the goldfish today. I don't think it's your fault. I just think like this is just really unfortunate. It's like a bunch of
I really hope this is just how best of one happens, and this entire weekend is just 70 non-games in a row. By the end, Chad is revolting.
Yeah. People have like mass deleted their arena accounts.
People
moved back to Magic Online.
People at PAX East start throwing tomatoes at the stage. CEO resigns in shame.
Oh, this is good. The joke's not the hand. The hand is only okay. All right, I'm gonna keep my hand. I'm not happy about it. All right, now we got Gruul versus Mono Red, and even though I've already won the match,
this is the best hand I've seen all day.
Awesome. All right, I'll lead off with a Gruul Guildgate. Very powerful land. Maybe you've heard of it.
Fanatical Firebrand attack.
19. All right. I'm going to play a Zertog Goblin, and I'm going to think. Hold on. I might haste it. The odds of it dying to... I want to make him play a 3 damage spell on it, so we'll put a counter on it. I don't want him to be able to just shock it.
Take 2. You're at 17.
Yeah.
You're up.
Also, now I don't want him to have a Wizard's Lightning, so we'll Lava Coil it. Play his tap. I'm going to attack for 3, though. I am willing to trade 3 for 1 on
17
this
all.
right here, though.
Okay.
Play a Cheney Boy. Check out my Zertog Goblin.
Definitely going to attack for 1.
Ow.
And I think I'm going to go Pyromancer, deal you 2, Wizard's Lightning that thing.
Yep.
So you're at 14.
All right, Chain Warlord off the top, please. All right, hope you don't have 2 removal spells.
Attack for 2.
14.
So 12. You went to 14 from
sure.
the trigger last
Yep.
turn. Huh. You have 2 in hand?
I have 2 cards.
Chain Whirler, go to 11, kill one of those things.
Okay.
You can go. Not the best to kill one when there's another one on the battlefield, but...
Well,
Yep.
yeah, I'm going to do this now. And go get another one.
Don't have to...
I'm not sure if I want to attack or not. With my hand set up, I might actually want to attack. You have
Okay.
2 cards. I think I'm just going to say go there. I think I win the longer game with just the Growth Chamber Guardians. And you just... Oh, maybe not. Okay. No land.
You can go.
All right. Got...
You're good.
Draw. Attack for 7.
I'm at 10.
Go.
Okay, well, I have a reasonable decision about where I want to send this lightning strike on my upkeep.
Yeah.
The Growth Chamber probably is representing 4 next turn and another creature with caught only on 1 card. So I think I just want to kill that, but I do have a bunch of shocks left in my deck.
Yeah,
if I hit a
true.
shock, like I feel pretty behind here. There's a lot of pressure, so I think I'm going to go for it and try to hit a shock. So we'll strike there, draw this land, play this shock.
Nice. That was a good hit.
Play this land.
Nice.
Attack you for 2.
10. Light up the stage.
9. You took 1 from the Chain Roller trigger.
Sure.
Light up the stage.
Nice. Now, ooh. A 1-drop too?
You can go.
Okay, that was a good turn.
I thought so.
Attack.
I'm at 6.
Play. Oh no, you're just gonna Chain Whirl on me. Go.
End of turn, shock you.
Yikes, I'm at 7.
Upkeep, draw this land. Play this lava runner.
I'm just dead, I think. Or close to.
Yeah, shock you, attack for
5.
4.
Chain Whirler?
Chain Whirler?
Yeah, you got it. Nice. Dude, that one turn where I didn't attack with my Growth Chamber Guardian, I think really killed me.
I
I could have. I actually could have sequenced differently on the Spellbreaker turn. Instead of playing this, I play Pelt Collector Spellbreaker, and then the follow up I have Growth Chamber plus Pump. I might lose some damage that way, but I don't expose it to a shock. I think that might be a little important. And plus, if I draw a land, might be able to. I don't know.
Yeah, that does sound better to me.
Slight mistake. Slight mistake for sure. Could have also just been more aggressive in the early turns with the Zertog Goblin. I think I just did attack one time.
Avoided the 9-0 sweep.
No, you won 2 games.
Well, yeah, we were like playing a little bit afterwards with like mono red versus mono white. That's when I. But like,
I want to play this game again, or this matchup again. That was fun. Best game we had all day.
In terms of the 3-game sets that we were playing with our, best of 1 pairs, that was the first of the 9 that I won. I did it. No brooms today.
Well, we got 40 minutes left. We've completed our objectives.
We've played 11 games. I guess normally we play like 12 or 13 or 14-ish usually.
Yeah, usually it's like max 15, but our spread of aggro is usually a bit smaller.
Yeah.
Let's play one more of this, and then let's see. I went
plus there's all that time like we spend sideboarding, getting sideboards together, playing sideboarding.
Yep. All right, I'm going to keep my 6-lander.
Six lands and your best card in the matchup.
It's not good. All right, what do you want to do after this? Because I want to play at least a couple more games. I don't want to just sit around for.
We got 6 decks, chat.
You want to do Golgari versus either White Weenie or Mono Red?
I'm just gonna let chat decide.
Okay, can we do a straw poll? Let's do. Can we do? Do you know how to do straw poll?
No.
Is Dan May here?
All alone, sir.
Okay, cool.
I guess we should do the pairs against each other because we know we haven't seen those matchups. So which one of those 3? So Gruul versus Esper, Red versus Jeskai, or White versus Golgari.
Okay. All right, White versus Golgari, Red versus Jeskai, and Esper versus Gruul.
Might have time to just play 1 game of each.
Hell yeah. Let's go. I'm on the draw. I'm going to die.
I'm on the mulligan.
I kept a 7. I just drew 7. What's up? You look shocked right now. You have a 7-card hand. That's in your hand.
I know.
All right.
Doesn't really make my hand any better.
Oh, just both go 6.
Yep.
See, I have like this, and starting off with this, and then I just got a bunch of 2-drops, so it just becomes dead. Oh yeah, that's not a good one.
It's so powerful.
Ooh, do you want to do the algorithm where we draw 2 7s and we pick the best one?
Sure.
Yes. All right, we got a full-on replicate MTG Arena in real life.
It picks the one that has the most similar land to spell ratio, right?
Something like that. I think there's some secret stuff in there that they ain't telling us, just so that they always have plausible deniability. All right, so here's...
Are we going to turn into an MTG conspiracy theory show? Marrow never landed on the moon.
All right, I'm going to take a look at this opener. 1-lander. That's probably not the one I'm keeping. All right, this other one is keepable, so we're going to shuffle these back in. And this is obviously not exactly how it would go, but we're gonna see how it goes.
Okay, let's ship back the 1-lander and keep the 3-lander.
Nice.
That is very good.
Nice.
Man, Arena's great.
Yeah, Pell Collector, your turn.
Okay. Pelt Collector.
Pelt Collector. Shock it. No.
Firebrand it.
No.
Even better.
Go.
Take 2, please.
All right.
You're at 18.
Sure am.
You can go. That basic forest was nice to see, so we know Chain Whirler's not happening here.
Say go. Thorn Lieutenant checks Pyromancer pretty well here, so.
Get that trade down.
Yeah.
Brings you to 17.
Yeah.
That nicely dodges the lieutenant's triggered ability. Also very happy to make that trade because this Pyromancer will eventually die to a Chain Whirler.
All right, name Warrior again. And Coil. Attack for this many.
18. Got 18, 17.
That's what I got. Your turn.
Lava Runner.
Yep.
Pyromancer, take 2.
I'm at 14.
15,
Or
right?
15, sorry.
You can go.
Cheney boy. Trigger.
Chain Whirler trigger on the stack, and Pelt Collector trigger too, I guess. Wizard's Lightning that.
Okay.
I go to 17.
Your turn.
Lightning Strike the Chain Whirler. Attack you for... Okay. Attack you for nothing.
I'm going to make 5/5. Go. What?
We just both trade a bunch of resources. We're nice and low, and you just, oh yeah, dragon.
Yeah, best card possible. I understand. You're just going to draw Experimental Frenzy and then combo kill my Skargan Hellkite in a turn.
Oh, that is the most tilting card I could have drawn.
Oh. I'm guessing you have Lightning Strike in hand and you drew Wizard's Lightning? Or you have Shock in hand and drew Shock?
You can go.
All right, 5 you.
12.
Go.
Firebrand.
Okay.
Do you 1.
Yikes.
14.
Yep.
Light up the stage.
Sure. Nice. Nice one.
Go.
2 you.
10. 5.
If I play a Phoenix and he has Lightning Strike, he gets to kill the egg, but that leaves him dead to just the Hellkite, so we'll go ahead and play it. If I was at higher life total, or if Ross is at a higher life total, I might not play the Phoenix because that potentially gives him like full value out of a Chain Whirler. So, here you go. You're a man. He dead.
Go.
That was a good light up the stage. You're 1.
1.
Go. So you need to draw like a Lightning Strike into a Chain Whirler / another removal spell, and I have to brick pretty hard.
Take 2, please.
Yeah, I'm at 12.
And I'm dead.
Nice. All right, so that was Red versus Gruul. That was a 1-1 split.
This Gruul deck seems great.
I mean, Skargan Hellkite's good. It has a bunch of really robust creatures that gain value if they're targeted, harder to kill because they get bigger or have abilities, and just relatively versatile creatures, which I like. So
Yeah, I'm in for this Gruul deck. I hope somebody plays that.
same. All right, so now we got Golgari versus White Weenie. Can we do that one?
What did we get a poll? Is that
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We did a poll.
I forgot about the poll.
The top vote right now with 40% is Gruul versus Esper.
Gruul versus Esper. Okay, which one do you want?
Gruul?
Okay. Yep. Nice. I actually think I'm gonna get smooshed.
Smishmooshed?
Smooshed. You know what Gruul Spellbreaker says? It's dealing you 3 damage. You're targeting that on your own turn, or not at all. 10.
You're up.
All right, because I'm always even. Nice. Not always, but mostly.
The default mode is you're even.
If there was no ask involved, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those triggered abilities with a default action.
Yeah. All right. Any questions, comments, concerns while we're shuffling up here for this match?
Yeah, how about versus Ruinous Blast in the Esper deck?
Nope.
All right, next question.
Yeah. The legendary spells are very difficult to cast. You need a Teferi, and it would kill your own Teferi, so, you know. No, it doesn't kill you.
Yeah,
it's stupid. But still. Nah.
What about, let's say, Faithless Looting is banned in Modern.
Okay.
Do the Phoenix decks become more of a Burning Inquiry?
No, they don't.
Deck,
they don't exist.
Yeah, the Phoenix decks become more of a not deck.
Yeah, they become a don't. Here's the thing. All right, anyone who thinks Faithless Looting should be banned, I'm just gonna say it one more time for the people in the back. All right, if Faithless Looting gets banned, Modern dies. Okay, because there are like 10 different archetypes at the very least that all use Faithless Looting, and if you ban Faithless Looting, at least 9 of those 10 become unplayable, and as a result, the cards that surround those decks also become unplayable, tank in value, and you basically negate 100,000 decks that exist over, throughout the entire world. 100,000 Modern decks built currently with Faithless Looting become worthless overnight. You kill Modern, and if you want to kill Modern, that's fine. But Faithless Looting, you cannot ban. It is too ingrained in the format. If you wanted to ban it, you should have banned it along with Golgari Grave Troll or instead of Golgari Grave Troll multiple years ago.
It's too big to fail.
Look, man, I don't know what you want from me. That's just truth.
I'm not particularly amenable to that argument. I just don't think Faithless Looting is the card that you want to ban. I think you can easily get reduce. I think you can make Phoenix a playable deck that isn't overpowered by just banning Manamorphose.
I agree with that, and I think that is definitely a better choice. So.
Yeah, but I always hate the idea of everyone looking to just replace one card with a different one if a card gets banned or cards rotate in Standard to keep a deck around, because when you have a major change to a format like a ban or a rotation, it's just a new format. And so trying to, take from the old and create this continuity between two, discontinuous events doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but everybody keeps trying to do it. So I would just caution against that kind of thinking.
All right, Watergrave, your go. While we're developing in the early turns, any more questions we can quick answer?
What's your favorite deli?
Jelly or deli?
Jelly.
Strawberry. But, I'm sure there's an exotic one that I might like better, but...
Blackberry.
That's a good one. I like blackberry jam, too. We used to have a big old blackberry patch next to my house when I was a kid. My stepmom would make blackberry jam.
I had blackberries at my house.
Put it on toast in the morning.
Warrior.
Put it on peanut butter sandwiches. Sure. Go.
Mushy for 2.
18.
Cheney boy.
All right. 17.
You're up.
All right. So at this point, he basically has no reason to play another creature, and I do not think he will. So instead of just taking a big punch in the face, we're going to shock and wrath.
15.
Here we go.
Thorn Lieutenant Zerta Goblin. Do I want to make it a T2 haste? Probably.
All right.
13. You can go.
Here we go.
Attack for 4.
All right. Go to 9.
And... Pallet Collector.
Sure.
Go.
Vraska's Contempt with Thorn Lieutenant. You get a token, I go to 11.
Yep.
Untap, shock down to 9, cast Cry the Cardinarian. Say go.
You're at 12. Or 14.
I'm at 12. I shocked.
Oh, yeah, you shocked. Go.
Fairy, untap.
I am dead.
Are you giving up?
Yeah, I have a
Tapping
lava
out.
coil on my hand.
Tapping out, huh? All right, Esper, undefeated, best deck in A.
How do people lose with it?
How do people lose to it?
How do people lose with it?
I I don't know, because sometimes you just, like, I kept a 2-lander in one of the games on the draw. If I just didn't draw a land, I lose. But I drew, like, a white land, which was perfect, because I unlocked Mortify and Absorb in my hand. I mean, it's best of one also, so all these decks are just going to be functioning, like, well, you know, because of how the mulligan algorithm works. So, I don't know. I mean, it's possible you just flood less or mulligan less, and then, you know, things change on Arena for sure. I don't know.
Maybe I was supposed to make it a 3/3 because of the 1 cry in your deck. I guess it was Moment of Craving too, so I'm probably just supposed to make it a 3/3. Does that change anything? I don't think so.
I take no damage on that turn, and I just end up leaving you with your 2/3, and I think I just Vraska's Contempt your Zerta.
Yeah.
And then maybe like Teferi ticks up a turn earlier, and I don't have to worry about like all your other stuff. Like, it's just, my draw just becomes, I mean, I have to just sequence differently, but the way you did it ran kind of perfect into my stuff. All right, Golgari versus White.
So, chat's been asking about a control mirror. We already played Jeskai versus Esper today, right?
No, we didn't, and I do not want to do that. Both of us have just a ton of removal that's bad, and it's literally just who blinks first and tries to cast a Teferi, or who draws the most Chemister's Insights early on. And then at one point, someone misses a land drop, you play a Teferi, and you win a counter war over it, and the game's over. It's really stupid, and it's not fun. It also takes like half an hour, and we don't even have 30 minutes left, so just not going to do it. Going to play fun games where we have one deck with some tension versus another deck that just sprays onto the board, because that's all you're going to be seeing at this tournament anyway.
Todd laying down the law.
I played a lot of Best of One with Jeskai control.
Not taking any guff from this chat.
Yeah, you're right.
Your ideas are bad and you should feel bad.
No, that's not what I said. All right.
But it's what you meant.
High roll. Or call it. Odd. Okay. All right, you got it, dude.
Plains, Snubby. Snubby Wubsy.
All right, go.
Oh, yes. Go.
Wild Growth Walker, your turn.
For 3. History.
Yeah.
You can go.
Jade Light gain 6.
Classic. 23.
Overgrown. Swamp. There you go. Your turn.
Oh, I'm dead.
Why are you dead?
I drew a 5th land.
Classic. I don't have a fine finality yet, so you're not dead.
Yeah, but I also can't attack. Till next turn, at least. I think I have the City's Blessing. I don't even count. Yeah, I do. 5, 7, 11.
Yeah. Star City's Blessing. There you go.
You're up.
See, and why are you dead? This seems like a lot of pressure that I might not be able to beat. Beat the very easily. You have 1 card left? So I can play a Thrashing Bronodon, or I can hold up a Cast Down. I think Bronodon just blocks better, but like these are attacking for 4, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it. I don't know. Go. I also could have Bronodon pop this, so the Knights are attacking for less damage. I mean, this is a huge attack. I don't know why you think you're behind.
I was just trying to be salty.
Yeah, I know. So this is 5s.
Yeah, these are 5s.
4s.
These are 4s. These are 4s. So everything attacks pretty well into what Todd has.
Yep.
You know, he has to double block with the Walker to take down a 4/4, and these will trade with whatever else double blocks. Is there incentive for me to protect anything with this Dauntless Bodyguard over anything specific that's better?
Because if you target one of these, I double block the other one.
Yeah, and same with these.
I guess, yeah.
Whatever, I'll protect the elephant.
Play it post-combat. Just
Why?
see which one survives, and then play post-combat and protect that one.
Oh, yeah. That's better.
So we got. Can we double block a 5 and double block a 4 and survive? That's a question. So it's 5, 9, 13.
That'll be 17. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna kill.
Both of those.
No, I don't want to double block a 5. I want to double block a 4 with this. Right.
Yeah. So this will be 18.
Yeah. So 5, 10, 18. I go to 5. You kill
Brontodon and anywhere else.
Yep.
And you're at 5. And I will protect a night token and pass the turn.
Okay. All right. Just play another Thrashy Bee and say go.
So now if Todd cast downs this. Blocks here. Blocks Bodyguard, blocks 3/3. Then I get in 4, bring him to 1, and effectively lose these 2 for the cast down and 4 damage. If I just attack with these, Todd can just go block. I think that just seems better. Okay, attack with the 2 Vanguards.
Okay, block both.
Okay, 8.
Alright, you're 12. I lose Jade Light.
Go.
I'm gonna cast down the knight that is not protected.
It's a good sign that Todd doesn't have finality.
That's true. Oh, that was a good draw. Big boy, your turn. Conclave kill me, or?
Please. Please.
Banache Marshall kills me. You got a lot of things to kill me.
Banache Marshall wouldn't kill you.
No, it doesn't. I'm stupid. Don't worry about that.
I'm trying to think how I want to run this Loxodon. I don't think I want to convoke anything because it doesn't. I guess convoking on with these is probably right, just to make them both lethal and force you to block them. But convoke, I want to. If I only leave 2 blockers, if I only leave 1 blocker, I'm dead to a removal spell. So that's definitely not what I want to do because Todd now has 13 power and I'm at 12.
Yeah,
so I need to leave at least 2 blockers.
Yep.
I guess I could tap this because if Todd tries to kill, if he kills the Loxodon, then I still have 1 blocker, and if he has 2 removal spells, I can probably save this. So he would need Contempt plus another removal spell.
Yeah.
But does getting this to a 3/2 make any difference?
Not really. So
I guess it could if I draw another Anthem effect and then these have to be blocked but then you just chump block these. So I don't think it makes a difference. But so I'm gonna just do it with these 2.
Okay.
And make them big.
All right.
And pass the turn.
Draw. Attack.
Triple block.
Okay. Kill these 2.
Okay.
I'm going to play a land, get back Jade Light, and cast it. Go up to 11. First, second. Guess I'll keep it just because it gains 3 and lets me dig a little deeper. I don't know. Your turn. It's possible I should just. I'm just gonna graveyard it. I think that's fine. Niger Tribunal.
Yep.
Tight.
Still good, even with the Brontodon sitting here.
Yep.
Attack you for 10.
10? All right. All right, I'll go to 1.
Go.
That sucks. I died. Okay. I guess that's one reason to keep a spell on top, because that could happen. All right, I'm dead. It's unfortunate. Walker gained me a lot of life, but Ross just made his creature so big. And his early start with like history into Elephant, into just like Banaus Marshall and that kind of stuff. Like I drew, or no, you didn't have Banaus Marshall that game, right?
No.
It was close. I mean, I needed like one more thing to stabilize. I probably should have just held back the Carnage Tyrant because it's, I didn't think he would block. I thought he would just be scared of cast out and getting 2 for 1.
No matter which one you killed, I was going to...
You don't kill the Carnage Tyrant if I target the Elephant with a cast down because it's protecting the Knight.
Oh, yeah.
But, who am I to judge? I don't know, what time is it? Is it time to take some questions and go home?
It works.
I'm kind of tired of playing games, honestly. We got 14 minutes. We can play one more, I guess. Do you want to do Esper versus Jeskai just to see how awful it is?
No,
you know what? Let's give it to them. They asked for it. Some people asked for it. I'll take Esper. You can have Jeskai. All right. You want odd or even? Always odd? All right. There you go. You're on the play or the draw. Your choice.
I'll play.
All right. Questions, comments, concerns, or burns?
Let's see.
Are either of you of sound mind right now?
Me? I don't know. It is really hot in here. I'm kind of going nuts.
I have the fan on over there. It's kind of low, I think, though. So
it is on the lowest possible setting so that it doesn't have any noise.
Yeah.
And I feel nothing.
Helpful, I'm sure.
The goggles, they do nothing.
All right.
So here's a quick one.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Modern Horizons prevents fixed, preordained, and Splinter Twin?
No.
We already have fixed Splinter Twin. It's called Kiki Jiki.
Yeah. It's actually
It literally exists.
We also have a fixed preordained.
It's called Serum Visions. It's one of the most played cards in the entire format.
What about fixed Splinter Twin?
I don't even know what that means. I know it's just trying to make me angry, but it still worked.
You're on the play. Let's go. Questions while we're just... all we're going to do for the first 10 turns is play land, so...
Yeah, how do you feel about Dak Faden?
Love it. Hope it's in the set. It won't be. Go.
I feel like you guys covered a lot of these questions probably last time.
Yeah, we did.
Horizons.
Go. Go, say go. You asked for it. You got it. Mortify your search. There it is. That's how you play the mirror. Because he sure ain't countering that when I cannot play a Teferi. Do I have a Teferi? No, I don't. And that's why we didn't just cast it on 3 Chemisters.
Yep.
And this is how you win the mirror. You just cast Chemisters and hit all your land drops, and your opponent loses.
Well, I kept a 7-lander, so...
Really?
Yeah.
That's gas. Okay, that's awesome.
Go.
All right, let's Chemisters again from hand.
Yeah.
Tap, draw. I go to 18 and Thought Eraser you. I also think Esper's hugely favored in this matchup, but you know. Huh. Fight. Okay.
I'm at 23.
Yep. 23-18, your turn. Yep.
Go.
Shock 2, 16, played Teferi. What's wrong? Where are you going? Isn't this matchup so much fun? Minus on your Teferi. Here go. It's not even shock, it's Shivan Fire. Nicely built deck, Ross Merriam. Just perfectly curated list for best of one construction.
7-lander didn't pan out. Half the spells I drew did nothing.
Oh, man. You know what's great about best of one? When your deck has 20 removal cells in it and your opponent has 0 creatures. That's great. That's fun.
My deck has like Crackling Drakes in it, and it made deck Lyra. Your removal spells are live.
Yeah.
You have Mortified into a search.
Oh, yeah. Don't you worry about it. All right. Any question? Any question is okay at this point. All right. We're going
it's
bananas.
A lot of Modern Horizon stuff.
Good. Please ship them. I want to yell at people.
What is the biggest shoe-in to be in Modern Horizons?
Counterspell.
No. Cabal Therapist. Because it's already in. I actually don't think Counterspell is going to be in. I think that it should be. I think the Counterspell is right on the cusp of being like modern good, but I think that it has that hugely negative connotation attached to it that it's just like such a big feel bads when like a new player gets counterspelled.
Didn't Marrow literally say they were trying to put Counterspell into Dominaria, but it's too good for Standard?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was a thing.
Sure. I mean, if Counterspell's in, that'd be great. I don't think it's too good.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a shoe-in, and I think that's kind of the thing. I don't think anything's a shoe-in. Like, we have no idea. We haven't seen a single reprint yet to kind of gauge the power level.
They said biggest to shoe in, so most likely to be in, and that
Forest.
You can always find because of the well-ordering principle.
Next.
Diabolic Edict.
Well, that's a card, not a question.
It goes in line with the rest of them.
I think it is less likely to see print than Chainer's Edict. I think Chainer's Edict having flashback could allow them to have a flashback theme, and that I think would be more in tune for developing a limited format. And I think that Chainer's Edict is just more flat modern playable than Diabolic Edict. Like it's not. There's no chance that Chainer's Edict is too good, or there's a small chance that Diabolic Edict might be too good.
Well, I don't think there's any chance that Diabolic Edict is too good, and I think there's a strong chance that Chainer's Edict is unplayable.
Unplayable.
Yeah, well, no one's flashing back that card in Modern.
Right. Have you ever played a Jund Mirror? Ever? Have you ever played Jund Mirror?
Once you get to 6 mana, you're activating creature lands, and then people are killing your lands.
No, then they play a Tarmogoyf that outclasses your creature land, and then you flash back Chainer's Edict. What?
I like Diabolic Edict.
Whatever.
I would like to see it in the set.
How about Nimble Mongoose?
No. Shroud is not a thing they're going to put into Modern.
And if we suggested initially a couple weeks ago, like maybe they give us one with hexproof, but then the Bogles deck just gets another 1-mana hexproof creature, and that is not something anybody wants to have happen.
Yeah.
Except for Maria Bartholdi.
Yeah. I would actually love Nimble Mongoose, honestly. I think it's a fairly designed card for Modern, but I just don't think they would have to like put a bunch of cards with Threshold in to kind of make sense, because there are no other cards with Threshold in Modern already. And it's just kind of this strange mechanic where you always need to be tracking the graveyard, and that prints more like virtual Tarmogoyfs where you're just always having to make sure that nothing has changed. And I don't think it's too good, but I don't think it's going to be in.
What about Blurred Mongoose?
Blurred Mongoose would be nice. Anything from Invasion or Odyssey or Onslaught block, I am just 100% on board with, as long as they make sense. And Blurred Mongoose being uncounterable is great. Shroud, not so good. But what cards in Modern have Shroud? Are there any? Or are there a lot?
There's got to be several.
There's like a bunch, right?
Yeah.
I know there's like the red and white card from Alara that has Shroud, right? The Naya one, the split 2-drop creature. It gains Shroud if you have like a green or white permanent. It was like the one from the cycle.
Naya Hushblade?
Yeah, that one has Shroud, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
There's probably a couple other ones. There's a 2/1 first strike that has Shroud, I think, from like one of the red-white Ravnica sets.
You're going to keep going?
I'm just trying to think of them. So the point is they basically said that they were not gonna do Shroud cards anymore, but they never said they would never reprint a card with Shroud, and there is some precedent to putting some of those into Modern, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I also don't think the mechanic is dead. Good. I think the Shroud mechanic is a dead mechanic.
Yeah.
Containment Priest.
I would like to see it.
Yeah. Too many Phoenixes, too much dredge. Yeah, bring it. I don't care. Just give the white fair decks a chance.
I also think that one's pretty likely.
Yeah, I also think it is. I mean, it's also just kind of an expensive card that's only seen print once, right? So, like, it just makes sense that they would just give us more virtual copies or actual copies. All
right. So here's another one. Berserk.
No, fired. Get out. No. God. It's not okay. A, it's not fun or interactive. B, no, it's like $100 card. They're just gonna put $100 card into Modern that like just makes Infect better when they just had to ban stuff when Infect was really good.
It's also a card whose templating is egregious.
Yes,
like no cards that need such massive
Oracle text updates.
Revisions.
They made a newer one from one of the from the vaults or whatever. I think that was relatively clean.
The 2 in a red one.
No, they literally reprinted. Berserk in a from the vault.
Sure,
and it was relatively clean.
It's still weird. Like you can cast it on their stuff, but you have to cast it at a certain time, and
you cast it after damage. No, you have no. It's actually before damage. You have to get doubled. You got to get whacked for double. I know that. Whatever. Next.
This one's popped up a few times.
Okay.
Here. How about Portent?
No, you're fired.
No slow trips. Next.
Next.
I can't even.
All right. Well, let me get away from this for a second.
Yeah, please. Next.
What would it take for Esper control to be powerful in Modern?
Y'all know we were doing Duo Standard today, right?
I think they're done with it.
You're done? That's fine. If you're done with it, then I'm done for the day. It's almost 4:00. We got to pitch some stuff that's coming up.
Esper control in Modern. What would have to happen for that deck to be good? I'm trying to think of the minimum number of cards you would have to ban from the format for that deck to be good.
Ban
and
31 cards.
I'm wondering if it's 3 digits or not. It's certainly 2 digits. The question is whether or not it rises to a third. Because it's really high.
Yeah.
Because that deck is not good.
All right.
It is a fundamental issue. We've talked about this before, mentioned it briefly, that one of the reasons that the Jeskai control deck is the premier, lots of spot removal control deck, because Azorius plays out a little differently, is that most of its spot removal can be aimed at the face, so that it's actually able to close games out that way. Because, modern decks are powerful, you give them enough time, they'll draw back into it. And so that allows them to actually turn the corner. If you wanted to turn some Azorius control deck into Esper by touching black, that's probably your best bet at making an Esper control deck that's viable. But when you say Esper control like that, I imagine you mean the lists I've seen that play Esper Charm and a bunch of Snapcasters and try to be that kind of reactive control deck, but in Esper colors. But Fatal Push and Path Exile are not a particularly good pair because they both tend to cover similar threats and don't offer any additional utility, whereas Lightning Bolt / Lightning Helix plus Path Exile do offer, do complement each other, because Path covers the things that the red removal misses, whereas the red removal covers the things that Path misses, which is hitting Planeswalkers and going upstairs.
Yep.
So that's one of the reasons that Esper doesn't fit well. It's because its removal spells don't actually complement each other very well. So you would have to ban a lot of things in order to want to put those things together, which theoretically do not mesh. So you'd probably have to ban Lightning Bolt. This is to make it good, not playable, but to make it actually good. You'd have to probably ban Lightning Bolt.
I'm going to answer this question a lot more simply. Okay, this person, all they want to hear is you to say that your deck is probably fine as is. Your Esper deck is probably fine as is. All right, well, we're going to call it a day here. Thursday, versus series.
You're gonna let us end on that. We gotta take one more.
It is so hot in here.
I think everyone's heartbroken.
I was trying to make. You crushed them. 3 digits?
Like an ant.
You are so mean. Okay, I just want to throw this back out into the ether, but when someone asked Ross what guild he was going to play for the Ravnica Allegiance pre-release, he said, I'm not going to answer that. It's a preposterous question because I'm not going to attend the tournament.
I said I reject the premise because it requires the assumption that I will attend the pre-release.
Which clearly I am not.
Which is a fallacious assumption.
Yes.
All right, well, here's a good one. All right, since Arena has come out, have you noticed more new players coming to paper tournaments?
Well, I know for 100% that at least one person has done that. One of my buddies that actually teamed with this weekend, Tim Newkirk from the Midwest. He actually played in his first team open this weekend with his brother and myself. We didn't do well, but I think there's clear evidence. I know Ryan Overturf has said he's had multiple people come into his store. I want to say Lodestone Games. Is that it?
Yep.
He's had multiple people come to his store who have tried Arena and have heard about other formats like Modern and Legacy and want to like give it a shot, or just want to come play F&M and hang out at the store because they heard the store was really cool.
Yeah,
so
drink some coffee.
Yeah, there's precedent for translation both ways. Modern Arena players coming in real life and real life players trying out Arena, and I know a lot of stories from both sides of the coin. So I think it's just overall great for the growth of the game. I have very little negative to say about Arena. I'll say that, but the things that I do have a problem with, they are things that will work themselves out over time, whether they're aesthetic or have something to do with the programming, or best of one.
I have plenty of negative things I could say about Arena, but they're all things that are based on the fact that
how often do you play Arena? Is it even installed on your computer?
No.
Okay.